Hey there, friend. Are you thinking about moving from the quiet life of Boca Raton to the bright lights of Miami? Well, buckle up, because today we're going to explore the pros, cons, and the real stories behind this move. And we've got some real stories from real people who've already made the transitions, so you know it's going to be good. Hey Sophia, very nice to meet you, and I'm really interested in hearing your story from Boca Raton to Miami. Can you tell me what is the one night and day difference between living in these two places?
Of course, it was very nice to meet you too. And the most difference I feel like is that Boca is very family oriented. I love the peace and quiet. At night, it's just very, nice and relaxing. Whereas Miami, it's a bit more loud, but at the same time fun. You get to go out and enjoy things. There's restaurants open up late, whereas in Boca they do close a little earlier.
Right.
But I mean, I can't choose which one's my favorite just because I do love a little bit of both. Miami, I feel like is a lot more fun as a 23-year-old. It's just, there's a lot of more things to do. There's a lot of more parks. There's a lot of more activities. Whereas Boca, it's more, like I said, more family, more children.
Now for the cons, and let's be real, Miami can be expensive. You might have to sell a kidney or two in order to find a decent place to live, unless you got a good agent. And if you're not used to driving in bumper to bumper traffic, you might need to invest yourself in a yoga teacher to keep your zen. But hey, at least you have a little bit more time to work on your karaoke skills, am I right? It's international love. And to get a better idea of what it's like to actually make that move, we're back with Sophia. So Sophia, tell me and tell us, what is the dramatic differences in terms of living expenses when you're coming from a place like Boca Raton and heading over to Miami?
Definitely with property wise, rent is probably more expensive in Miami just due to the area. Since Miami is around multiple restaurants and stores, it's honestly, you get a good location no matter where you are in Miami, whereas in Boca, it is a bit cheaper. You still have your restaurants and stores, but it's a bit more distance, wise of a drive than in Miami. It can be right down the road. And for food wise, I mean, I feel like it's a bit opposite. It's a bit more cheaper in Miami than it is in Boca. I feel like depending where you live, it kind of depends on, the area that you are in Boca, same as Miami. And as for gas, it's a bit more cheaper as well in Miami than it is in Boca. But again, it's still, I feel like, depending on where exactly, which part of Boca and which part of Miami you're in.
Sure. Speaking of gas, how is the driving over there in Miami?
It's not as good.
Not as much driving as much as there is standing in line?
Yes. It's better in Boca, for sure, whereas in Miami, you are, bumper to bumper, no matter what time of the day it is. Whereas in Boca, during the, working hours and the school hours, it will be empty. But Miami's always on the go. It's always on the move. So traffic's all right. It's not the best.
I can hear that. Okay.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the current market. According to this report, since December of 2022, closed sales are down 45%. But fear not, dear viewers, because the average median sales price is up about 1.1%. But wait, there's more. The median percent of original list price received is 95.2, which basically means you can get that Miami mansion for just a little under asking. So should you make the move from Boca Raton to Miami, it's a tough call. But I hope this video gave you some clarity and some insight of what the move from Boca Raton to Miami actually is like. Hope we gave you some laughs. Just remember, when you are in Miami, have a good pair of sunshades and have an extra bottle of sunscreen. And to get a better idea of what it's like to actually make the move, we have here Sophia again. Please tell us what, okay, no, not back. All right.
You could add bloopers. That would be funny.